Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me again today, and this is another story coming from Scotland. Today, 2 men were jailed for their roles in the transportation of large amounts of Class A drugs. The police said David Murdoch and Graham McCulloch, 55 and 39, were caught with almost £6 million of high-purity cocaine, and they have been jailed for 10 years. This was a cross-border police operation, and the drugs were found in hidden compartments in vehicles, and the use of a GPS tracker was also found, and they are commonly used by drug gangs. The pair, who appeared via video link, were today sentenced at the High Court in Glasgow. Murdoch and McCulloch earlier pled guilty to being concerned in the supply of cocaine from October the 11th, 2019 to May the 19th, 2020. They admitted also a charge of proceeds of crime for possessing more than £500,000 in cash. The judge said that the couriers are essential, otherwise the drugs do not get to where they're meant to go. Anyone involved in this level of transportation is a vital part. I'm going to impose a heavy sentence for both of you for the amounts that was found. The judge said the jail term would have been 15 years each if they did not go guilty. The pair were given 3-year serious crime prevention orders designed to tackle and restrict criminals when they are freed from prison. The prosecution said they accept being engaged in transporting and delivering large amounts of cocaine, as well as the means of payment for consignments. On the final 2 days of the investigation, one of the consignments of cocaine was 59 kilos, plus £409,000 in cash and £289,000 in euros were also recovered from the car and the van used by them. They both accepted joint responsibility, and the drugs and the cash were seized. The Metropolitan Police say they got a tip-off on May the 12th that a Mercedes van driven by Murdoch and McCulloch was tailed from central London to Surrey and then Scotland. A week later, it was tracked again as Murdoch was seen dropping heavy bags off at an address in London before meeting up with McCulloch at a car park in Kent. They were eventually stopped by police on the A74 in Dumfriesshire. On May the 19th, Murdoch was driving a van and McCulloch a BMW. Murdoch's vehicle was searched, and inside was a hidden area that was operated by a hydraulic system. Police found inside 43 blocks of cocaine weighing 52 kilos. There was a further 7 kilograms of drugs in the BMW as well, and the maximum value on the street would have been £5.9 million. Murdoch stated the difference between supplying and couriering. When the police examined their mobile phones, they found messages to each other. One of them from Murdoch said, "I like it for the extra money and the thrill." Murdoch's lawyer Tony Lenneman said the lorry driver's line of work made him attractive to those behind the drugs, and he got involved due to his weakness. Jeffrey Forbes, defending McCulloch, said that his wife had been made redundant and he had no idea about the scale of what he was involved in. There was 2 men leading ordinary lives before this, and a stupid decision got them involved in the transportation of these drugs. Murdoch faces a further hearing for the Proceeds of Crime Act in April in Edinburgh, and Jennifer Harrow, the prosecutor for that case, said, "I hope these convictions and sentences send a strong message to other people trying to bring drugs into the country. It's thanks to the intelligence that the police were able to stop these people with the drugs on the motorway, and this information was invaluable to us. Drugs do great harm to the community, and we are part of the Serious and Organised Crime Task Force, whose job it is to stop that." The head of Police Scotland's Organised Crime Terrorism Unit said, "Our continued success in seizing drugs is a massive blow to these criminals. Making Scotland a hostile environment for criminals to operate in is our priority." And this is very commonplace now with the proceeds of crime. Another case that was recently done in Scotland was 5.5 million that they estimated that this one gangster made from crime, and they have put a prosecution order in, seizing £500,000 last year. From gangland figures Anthony Woods and Francis Mulligan. They were jailed in the High Court in January 2018 after admitting multiple charges linked to serious organised crime. They were told in June last year to pay back more than 1.6 million. In February this year, orders totalling more than 100 grand were slapped on Robin McPhee, a 67-year-old, and his son-in-law John Miller, 40. The order was handed down by the High Court in Edinburgh after the pair were jailed in 2018 for preying on vulnerable individuals. Details of the orders were released by the Scottish Courts and Tribunal Service under the Freedom of Information Act. The Crown said that it sends a strong message to anybody trying to get involved in human trafficking. A total of 221 confiscation orders totaling 5.5 million were made between April the 1st, 2019 and April the 1st, 2020. The vast majority of proceeds of crime are connected to the supply and possession of drugs, and most of them are involved in fraud, assault and firearm offences. So I thought this was an interesting story and definitely goes to show how serious some of these transportations are, with nearly 100 kilos being moved around the country at any one time. So I really appreciate you joining me for this episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.